Mafioso, mafioso. If you shoot well at a carnival, you'll be in a box going to the United States. Apparently, that's what this movie's teaching you. I guess. Anyway. Hello there, CriterioNate here. Number 424. Alberto Latuada's Mafioso. 1962, 102 minutes, black and white Monroe, Italian and Sicilian. 1 point of that. So this is our second Latuada movie after his collaboration with Fellini on Variety Lights back in season 1. Number 80, I think, 80, 81. Yeah, I heard his name. I was trying to remember. I knew I heard his name from somewhere, and it's the only other Latuada movie we have in the Criterion Collection. And so, what are you gonna do? So anyway, they keep describing it as a black comedy, and I honestly was waiting for the funny part. I thought it was. I mean, I could tell it was humorous, but I didn't think it was as humorous as. See, that's the problem with Criterion. Their sense of humor is so much more highbrow than most people. You know, it's like apparently, it's like their level's like way up here, like way over here somewhere. You can't see my, you can't see my hand, because you can't see that. There's hair there. But yeah, anyway. The movie's about this guy named Nino, who's a foreman and works in this automobile factory, and he is saved up. He tries to get this vacation time to go back home to his family, and he goes to Sicily, and he takes his family with him. He has a wife and 2 little daughters. The daughters are really cute. The daughters are pretty funny throughout the movie. They're fun to watch. And he goes back to home, and he meets all his relatives, and his sister or cousin has like a mustache, and she's like, and his wife helps her get rid of it and all that. And that was kind of funny, but at the same time, I don't know if I was supposed to be laughing at that. I wasn't sure. But anyway, eventually he runs into the Don Vincenzo or something like that. What's this guy's name? I have to look it up here. I have to look it up on the wikis because there's no booklet with the copy I got. Don Vincenzo. And he apparently... And he is like this mob boss. And apparently his relatives were members of the mob, and he finds this out. And he's asked to... he hangs out with the boss, Don. The Don hangs out with Nino. And they go to this carnival, and they find out that he finds out that he's like a crack shot after shooting the little like paper things and all that, and so he ends up kidnapping him. They say he's going. He invites Nino out to this a camping trip, a hunting trip, or a fishing trip or something, and when in reality Nino ends up getting kidnapped and shipped to the United States to perform a hit on someone, and he's like trapped in a box, and they let him out, and they're in the States, and suddenly everybody's speaking English, and they tell him to do it, and he does it, and he goes back home, and they unceremoniously fly him back home and drop him off, and he's basically scarred. He keeps hearing the gunshots. And he goes back to work, and that's about it. I guess his wife never knows, and yeah, it's a kind of a weird movie. I feel like I missed something really important in this movie. Now I could be completely wrong. I could be right in there where a lot of people didn't understand it. Again, they kept calling it a black comedy. I thought it was more black than comedy. There were some funny bits. The daughters were funny when they were eating dinner. The way they were playing with their food I thought was really cute. There's a bit where Nino is talking to these men on the beach, and then his wife comes by, and he totally has to clean up his act and all that. And I thought that was kind of funny, and just the way he kind of reacts when the Don needs him, when later on when his family is in a boat, and he he suddenly has to just drop everything and go to him. I interpreted that as humor as well, but I feel like, again, if there was more, I didn't pick it up. If any of you guys have seen this movie, please explain it to me. If any of you guys, I feel like I've really missed. I may have missed something, and because of it, I can't give it a good rating, and I I only watched one. I feel like I understand the movie. I kind of understand it, but I feel like there's something in it that I've missed, some theme. I don't know a lot about the mafia, and I feel like the mafia, like from the trailer, which is included, like they kind of highlight the whole, who's in the mafia, what's going on here, anybody can be in the mafia. This man is a guy who's contracted by the mafia, but it wasn't really, it's very downplayed. It feels like they kind of just came and went, or they rushed that aspect of it when it actually in the movie, and so I don't know. I feel like maybe I missed it, but yeah, I don't know. I mean, again, it's a good movie for what it is. It's a okay movie. It's not a great movie, I don't think. As far as La Tuada goes, I think Variety Lights is much better. Of course, I'm biased for that one because Messina's in it, and Messina, boom, 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 boom. But again, I think Mafioso has some interesting bits, and it's got an interesting story. But in the end, I think it just does not deliver the laughs that it should. If you want to watch a funny, like a funny Italian comedy, you've got your Fellini, you've got your Jeremy, Pietro Jeremy, and stuff like Divorce Italian Style, and what's the other one? What's the other one he did? I can't remember the name. What's the other one? Seduced and Abandoned. Yeah, if you want to watch a funny comedy, Italian comedy, I would stick with Jeremy. I wouldn't recommend this one. This is one if you watch it, I'd take it with a grain of salt. I wasn't too fond of it because again, I feel like I missed something and it wasn't as funny as it was. Devastatingly funny. Yeah, I don't know about that. So yeah. Again, I feel like I would have enjoyed this movie more if I wasn't expecting laughs as much as I do. So B minus. I thought it was. I mean, again, I think there's some good bits, but overall, I think it fell flat for me. So yeah, I'm giving this a B minus. It's again a good bits, but again, maybe I'll watch this again in a few years or in a couple of seasons from now, and I'll come back to this in a later time. But right now I feel like it is what it is. Mafioso gets a B minus from me. It's not a bad movie, but it's not the movie I was expecting. So there you are. Supplements. There's a 60-minute interview called Ritrata de Auteur from 1996 with La Tuada, who was alive at the time. I think he died. They said he died in 2005, a few years before this DVD was produced in 2008. There's a new interview with Carla Del Poggio, who was La Tuada's wife, and who was also in Variety Lights. And there's an interview with his son, Alessandro La Tuada. And there's the trailers for the Italian release and the 2007 Rialto Pictures re-release. There's a gallery of characters and all that good stuff. So anyway, and I kind of wish there was an interview with La Tuada printed in the booklet that I kind of wish I looked at. Just maybe it would have helped explain the story a little more for me. Because I don't always read the booklets, I have to admit. Like, I've read the booklets for all the ones I own, but if I'm just getting one for the first time in the library, I only read it if I need a little extra help, with the storyline, or if I'm interested in knowing more, but for the most part, I'm sticking with media, the visual media. So yeah. So anyway, not a great movie, but not a bad one either. Mafioso B- if you want. All right, so that's it for today. That's it for tonight. Shoot. Let's see. We might have one tomorrow. I'm not sure. Probably not. I cannot guarantee that we will have a review tomorrow. The 29th. I'm doing this like right at the end of the 28th. Just random lateness. And yeah, our next one is Antonio Gaudi. This will probably be the last review of the year. This will be, if the fates align and the world is what it is. This will probably be done probably on the 31st, the New Year's Eve, and then which makes our first review of the new year on January 1st, The Ice Storm by Ang Lee. And then Tuesday, Tuesday will probably be Death of a Cyclist. And then from that point on, and then from there, I've got the next couple coming in. I've got, the Blast of Silence, I think hasn't shipped yet. The Louis Malle Lovers and the Fire Within are on their way. William Klein is on its way for the Eclipser. And as I mentioned before, actually our next review after Death of a Cyclist will probably be Chungking Express. I mentioned before, my brother Josh really likes that movie. He's really gotten into movies of Wong Kar-wai. And so he wants to do that one. And so he likes Chungking Express. And so I'm like, okay, I'm doing it this season. I'll jump ahead for you. So we're going to jump ahead just a little bit. I tried to get up to it, but I just... the delay with The Last Emperor and the holidays and Berlin Alexander Platz took forever, and it was not good, And trying to get caught up with the Eclipser as well, I tried to go back and take care of that as well. And so, yeah, there's a lot to do. So, but we'll jump ahead and we'll either record it and upload it later, or we'll upload it and just go out of order. We'll figure it out. We'll see. Anyway, that's it for me. Thank you for watching. And morals. Don't be such a crack shot. Otherwise, you'll find yourself in a box to the United States. And don't perform hits on people that your Don wants you to do. So just stay home. Don't go to Sicily. Don't go to Sicily because you'll hear the gunshots in your head. Yeah. So anyway, that's it for me. Thank you for watching. We'll see you either tomorrow night or Sunday, December 31st, for Antonio Gaudi. And until then, goodbye.